Hey Jay, if you're watching this video now, place is a little messy. Let me close this door. The door was custom designed by me and Amanda, or rather Amanda and me, really more her. I might have to edit this and send it to you via email, otherwise it won't. In fact, that's what I'll do, but I use this front of the space as a quasi studio, and actually I do rehearsals here with quite often without the baby carriage. This is a layout that took about 7 years to do, or kind of figure it out, but this is a good square area for, I mean, you can do anything you want. I just use a screen to kind of break space. You can put a kid over there if you want. Upstairs, the bassist upstairs is Ronnie Spector's music director. And so quiet rehearsals are not a big deal at all. They're really nice people. They've been here forever. Then there's this. This space is just really big by New York standards. That rug is something like, I'm going to say 12 or 14, I think maybe even more like 16 by 12, 16 by 10, something to that effect. The sofa's 9 feet long. And then there's all this space over here, which we designated for, it's kind of an open environment, but an eating space. This rack will stay. So it's got the reclaimed wood thing going on, which I did. I mean, we can leave this mirror if you want, I think. I'll have to talk to Amanda. The door, I mean, well, we're probably going to take it unless no one buys it, because we paid a lot for it, and who knows, I may open up a shop. This is a really cool old painting that comes with the place. You can't paint over it, it's very old. And then traditional old school closet, which is to the gills, as you can imagine. The ceiling on this place is just amazing and original. I've never painted it, it was always nice off-white. I've painted the place 3 times, including the floor, and Amanda and I finally decided to go crazy, and we bought the brightest shade of white, Benjamin Moore. There's an extra unbroken gallon. 8 foot long on the desk. Actually, I think it's 6 foot long, sorry. Now let's go back. You can get a better scale now. Hey Jay, so this is, let's continue on to the bathroom area, and or one of them. It's divided into 2 parts. The toilet, original tile, a non-usable latrine, and a you know, I did this because I think it looks cool, but it's also a good use of space. Old-fashioned cabinet there, and same goes for the sink, old-fashioned. So there's some old appointments still in this place. The reason that I like this place and love it, and I'm going to really miss it, is that the this place hasn't been touched by developers, so I mean they would cut this down and turn it into like a 3 or a 4 bedroom. When my son Sydney used to live with me, at one point I had a queen size bedroom that I built in right there in that corner, and I've since taken it down and turned it into an office slash rehearsal space, recording space. Again, and in the wintertime, this is handy. If you did have a glass door, get this one. It's nice for the light, just to be able to look out at the road and see the snow, or even in summer, anytime. I like to sit right here at my desk with my 2 lady friends on right and left, and I can edit or do whatever I want, and I don't feel like I'm hibernating. Or I can close this interior door, which I black lacquered. By the way, the walls are completely done. There's nothing that needs to be done to these. Maybe at best a little bit of touch up with the well, actually there's something that the girls must have just done that, but for the most part, this place, we painted it actually last summer. We painted it all the way through this brightest white, and it works out well because I mean there's this window which goes to the side of the apartment. You can take those burglar bars out if you like. They don't offend me. They're old style, so they don't look so bad. And then there's these glass blocks that go all the way around. These are original schoolhouse lighting fixtures. There's 3 of them in this whole main unit here. Oh yeah, this is cool. So up there, I've been storing antiques up there, right up underneath that painting that's got to be over 100 years old. And just under there, if you raise that board that everything is perched on, you can store little tiny things. There's a hollowed out area. Also, this storage unit, or rack system that I made, is not all there is to the story. You can see maybe back in here. This goes back in by, I'm going to say probably like 12 to 18 inches. And there's shelves. I cut glass, and so all behind here, I've got stuff. Well, I mean, most likely you have some basses or guitars. This works really well. Amplifiers, drum kit. It's set up for a musician. Lots of nice white wall space in here. So if you want, I mean, you could actually put some really big pieces. There's 2 huge pieces in here. This is my wife's father's work when he was 18 in the 60s, which I love. Well, you know this girl. And Amanda's work, which I love too. I placed mirrors here because it feels good in this small space. Old school cabinetry, which touch a little bit on that, needs to be I don't know about updated, but it could use either to be recut and painted black again. This is like a salmon colored old school sink. I just love it. I cut glass for all these shelves. I took the glass off of this one, but there's glass up there so you can wipe. In the kitchen there's this glass block, so it always has good light in here. Decent. There's a vent with a switch for a vent. The kitchen's big. As you can maybe tell, you don't really want for space. If you wanted, you could put a table either there and maybe put another sofa here. I mean, it's a lot of space, tons. Space that people do naughty things for, Jay. Anyway, I got this space luckily because I like the way this is on. We didn't paint this just because I like the worn look of it, but I got this space from my artist friend. She still lives here with her her boyfriend, and they had two of these. This one that they lived in, and another one that they put hardwood floors in. And she was using one to live in and one as a gallery, kind of a studio space to bring in buyers and agents and whatnot. If you're a TV guy, I still feel like that's probably the best place for that. Oh, this heater works like crazy. I mean, like, it'll heat the whole place in 5 minutes. You could reinstall a ceiling fan, which is in the basement. You'll have access to the basement for storage. I'll show you that in a minute. But I think that that line where that piece comes down looks so much better without, you know, even if it's I mean, I guess if it's a pretty attractive, decorative ceiling fan, maybe, but you don't really need it. And with regard to air conditioning, I'll go in the bedroom and I'll have to be quiet because my 2-year-old is sleeping, but we use one tiny air conditioning unit. I open this drawn curtain, and I use this little fan. And so if you have guests come and visit, this whole front room stays nice and cool, and I just had a relative sleeping on that sofa. Or you could have a pull-out sofa. So, I mean, this place, without question. Oh, there's this feature which is beautiful. This is a transom. And it just, I won't do it now because I'm going to keep shooting the video, but I like this original glass. This opens up and you prop it up. Got a nice postmodern, almost 80s, cool looking 80s balls and bent wire, which I know you're into that kind of look as well. This is my lamp that I redesigned and made, which I love. Okay, so the bathrooms. Now, this was originally some kind of a function space where there was a boys' room and a girls' room. The way it's set up is you saw the toilet room. This is the bathing room. We're not really big showering people, so I took the shower curtain down, which you could reinstall, and this is a nice tub. I'm 6 foot something. I'm almost as tall as you probably, and it's fine for me. If you do take this place, I'll recommend that you refit the shower nozzle with something that is a little bit more efficient than that thing. But again, we've never really used it, so it was a non-issue. Lots of storage. You could not use this mirror space if you want and put some overhead cabinets, but I mean, I just like the minimal thing myself. This is cool because if you have both lights on at nighttime, and if you want to just use those two lights, which are basically upside down Italian lamps, this whole place out here has a kind of a nice soft glow, and it's a very comfortable place for entertaining. Let's go back. I'm going to be really quiet now. The one bedroom is big, and I'll just let you take a look. Painted brick. So that's a tour of the bedroom. I tried to whisper painted brick. The whole place is painted bright white brick. I guess underneath the Oriental rug is just regular, like industrial carpet of some kind, which you can put some area rugs over, which I think looks good. I mean, I just put this blind in, so you're good to go there, unless you want to put curtains over it, but it's perfect. It totally blocks out everything at night. It's completely private up here. In the daytime, this place still stays very well lit without any lights on, too. Turn these off. So, the backyard is shared with the woman that and her boyfriend that ended up giving me this space, or getting me into this space. I mean, the only way you can get this space is through one of a pre-existing tenant. In this case, I've been renting his apartments for him. So here you can get a good idea of what it looks like pretty much all day in terms of like light. This is with no lights on, so it's got nice natural light. This apartment is this row of windows is facing east, and these are north. Yeah. So I'll say that this is the part of Greenpoint that's almost as north as you can go, far north as you can go, and it stays quiet here all night long. You don't really hear much of anything. An occasional garbage truck or something to that effect. Okay, so this video is really long now. I'll go ahead and end it here. I don't remember what I told you he wants for it, but I'll tell you this. You're not gonna, I mean, I've been trying to do this for a living, not very successfully, because that's not really who I am as a realtor. But a space like this that's just not touched, almost not touched, is gonna be impossible to find. I haven't seen anything else like this. And this is about a $4,200 space, with, even with the fact that it needs some touching, and it's got the backyard. So we should try to, since you're not going to be back till October 4th, what I'm going to suggest is you make a decision based on on this, and if you need any other close-ups or measurements or anything, let's work it out, because I haven't told anyone. Well, actually, I was going to give my parking space up, which, by the way, I just realized I'm giving my parking space up too for $250 a month, right around the corner. You can't find parking in North Greenpoint for $250. The thing is, it's available next month, because I can't really afford to pay for another month, as I need to save money. So if you want me to speak for you on that too, let's try to do this remotely, and I can get a lease and get it tied up, and I can put it all together. Okay, that's it. Jay, you're my friend. Can't wait to see you. Bye.